Alright, what is up, YouTube? Welcome to episode 7, I think. Something like that. It'll be in the title. Anyway, episode whatever it is of my 7 Days to Die Let's Play. So, what was it doing? Oh, making some steel arrowheads. And smelting some clay. Alright, well that's good. I'll go ahead and start these, wrong button. Start these arrows crafting, and I'm going to do a little bit of a tour. I want to do a full tour. I don't want to do a little bit of a tour. I don't know why I said that. Got some feathers here somewhere. Oh, here there. Alright, so let's craft some of these steel crossbow bolts. Alright. Put the rest of these feathers back. I get in the habit of picking up all feathers I find, because even if I have hundreds of them, you know, like close to 1,000 of them, and I don't want to, I know as soon as I start crafting things, I'm gonna want them. I'm gonna run out. So, but anyway, so I want to do a tour. If you remember from a couple episodes ago, I had this turret here done, which is on the outer wall, which is a very modest outer wall. And then I had this turret here, which allows me to open that back up. Fire from relatively within the keep, into the outer bailey, or really the only bailey. So that way, if they break through, I have a little bit of an area. This is more, I guess, the gatehouse, really. But anyway, to attack them if they break through. But now, and I think in one of my other episodes I had part of this done, I had extended this out. I did finish this up, and if you remember, I talked about one of the problems I came across, was that I skip every other block so I can have my Merlon and then a crenellation, or a crenell. And so what this has done is, at certain points, left a weird kind of open block there that's not over there. But I end up just kind of having to leave it. I could have tried to extend everything by one block to fix it, but then that runs an issue of it's not the same size as those over there, and it was more aesthetics anyway, and not really utilitarian to do all that, and it's certainly not resource effective, so I didn't do that. Anyway, so I've got my murder holes here. I even put up some torches in there so it's a lot easier to see. Because I actually noticed that one of the flaws, because I just did a Horde Night, as you can tell, it's day 29. One of the flaws with it while fighting this Horde, I discovered was two things, really. One was that in here it was quite dark, making it hard to make out features of zombies. Like, I'm just kind of shooting into the crowd and I can't aim for heads because it's hard to see them. And I noticed that over here too. So I went and made some torches to light up those areas so I can see in there a little better. The other flaw I haven't fixed yet. And that flaw is that once they break through, which they did, because they're not even hardened metal doors, they're just like scrap metal doors. I didn't pay attention to what day it was, so I didn't get them upgraded in time. But they eventually broke through, just a few of them, and they started climbing the ladder. And sometimes they attack the hatch, sometimes they don't. That really wasn't the issue. The issue was that I can't shoot them from here. Even though it looks like I should be able to, I will show you. It'll say I'm hitting the hatch. Oh, I'm out. Let me try that again. See? It shows that like little puff of wood. It says I'm hitting the hatch, so I can't shoot them. In fact, I have to hit them from back here. So basically, the block on either side of this, I can't shoot through, because it's going to say I'm hitting this hatch. Oh, it didn't there. Okay. At least with this one, it says that. So the problem I come into is that if there's one sitting right here, attacking the hatch, I can't attack them. I'm forced to open this up and whack. Oh, I didn't mean actually hit that. Anyway, I'm forced to open that up and whack them, and that doesn't work very well, because I mean, even if they die on that hit, or at least get stunned and fall down, a lot of times I get one or two other zombies that make it up through there before I can close the hatch again. So that's a flaw I want to work on. But anyway, let's continue our round. So I've got my machicolations over here that continue out into this walkway on these battlements, which again I made metal trussing just because I can keep it relatively narrow and able to shoot through and see. I wanted to do just like a single, maybe even 2 blocks of metal trussing a single line on the outside, kind of like I did here, and the center be stone. But the problem I ran into needs repaired. The problem I ran into was that would have been super wide. I mean, these battlements here would have probably stuck out almost as far as these turrets do. So I didn't want to do that. And even though those was a little bit more costly because it takes a lot more metal, it was, I still think, worth it because it saved on some stone and things like that. But anyway, so I'm moving around here. I plan to throw a torch up here at some point just to give me some light, but right now it is what it is. And this comes around to the front. Now up front, I'll explain what that hole is in a second. Up front, I did basically the same thing I did around back. And I put somewhat of a turret here. Yeah, that needs upgraded. What is this? Oh, I need forge iron to fix that. Okay. Well, so I did this so I can shoot out. Now here it seems a lot more effective right now because I can actually shoot the zombies for the most part. Whereas in the back, I only come to that point if they actually break through the outer wall. But I plan to put an outer wall here, so it'll kind of hold them at bay a little bit more. I left this here just in case they do break in. I can potentially shoot them. This, as you saw in probably one of my first 5 days, I think it was my first day horde or something like that. These are actually really hard to shoot out of. You don't get much angle, but it's better than nothing, so I left it. At some point though, I might upgrade it more. I don't know, I haven't really done much with those inside the house yet, just because I haven't used them that much. So I didn't want to spend their time or resources doing anything with them just yet. So anyway, so then the walkway here kind of turns back into some reticulations to go around. And I was thinking I probably should have made on this sort of inner gatehouse, or I guess it's not really an inner gatehouse yet. It will be when I put the wall on this side and over there. Let's jump up here. And this one, I probably should have made the top of it metal trussing like I did on the turrets, simply because it allows me to shoot down into it. However, when I did it, I wasn't thinking about it, and I'm not really sure I need to, just because I can also shoot in there from the outside, or sorry, from inside the house. So it's not absolutely necessary. And here they're more likely to break through because they break through one door and they're in there. And then while they're breaking through the second door, I can attack them, and that was the point. I could use that here too, but to even get to this, they have to break through one of these other ones. Now, as I said in one of my other videos, this is actually my weakest point down here, simply because it's just a standalone door. But at some point, I do plan on putting a turret out there. I just haven't done it yet. Instead, I wanted to get my battlements all the way around the house here, and I wanted to get this gatehouse put in because this was also a weak point because there's simply nothing protecting that one door. So where at least, you know, here I had this wall out here to surround the back of the house and slow the zombies down while I was attacking them. Up here I had nothing, so I really wanted to get this done. And now I have that door's pretty protected. Anyway, so this comes around front. I was going to put a turret here, but I just didn't really see the need to. I just kept it as standard battlements. Just a walkway with some crenellations here, so I can shoot out, I can shoot down, and if I really need to shoot from like a ground level, I can go inside, which what I might do instead of putting a turret here is just put a door in there from here or something like that. And once I get down there, I'll show you guys. I can shoot out because I have arrow slits set up. Anyway, this comes back around and just meets up with the other side over here. So, and I think it was my first video where I showed these battlements. I talked about putting a hatch right here in the center so I could use it more like a true murder hole. Because like right now I can shoot through these with guns or my bow or my blunderbuss or whatever. But I can't throw bombs or anything down there if I wanted to. And bombs, since they're in such a tight area, would be extremely effective. However, coming across the problem I had over there that I noticed, which is I can't shoot beside this hatch. I don't really want to do that, because if it's truly one block around it I can't really shoot at, that's going to really limit my ability to shoot, because every block around it will be one block. But actually, I'll test something here and see. I didn't notice the problem here, so we'll see if this happens here. Yeah, see, it does it here too. So if I shoot straight down, it's fine, but basically it looks like if I'm going to be shooting into the area of the block that this is, technically sitting in, I'm going to run into trouble. Or maybe it's because of my ladder, I'm not sure yet. Either way, yeah, I run into that problem. So if it is the ladder, then it shouldn't be a problem. But if it's technically the hatch I'm hitting, that'll be a problem. So I'll have to experiment with that. See if moving around will help. Maybe I'll remove it entirely and I'll just break it and then try it. And if it's still colliding with something, I'll know it's the ladder, not the hatch. In which case, then I could put my murder hole in the center here. But right now it doesn't really matter because I don't have any pipe bombs. Because I don't have a workbench. And that's something I'm going to talk about here in a minute. For now, I'm going to go ahead and hop down. So I've got a layer of spikes all the way outside. But yeah, here are the arrow loops I was talking about, so I can shoot out at ground level if I need to. And I've got a door to the front. The reason I didn't really find a need to put a turret here is because, like I said, if I need to shoot from ground level, I have these arrow slits here. And a lot of times the point of a gatehouse or a turret or something is simply to offer more protection. So that if they break through one door, they're not instantly into your base. They have a second door to go through, and while they're in here, you can shoot them from these arrow loops or hit them from the murder holes. However, so that's kind of the idea. And up here I have this door, but it itself is almost a gatehouse because they just get into the garage then. Now I really do need to work on this a bit more. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it. Obviously I haven't even put lighting in here. I haven't done anything with it. So I gotta figure that out. I will probably, speaking of which, turn it into a tower. I hit that. I'll probably turn it into a tower of its own. This is really hard to shoot out of. There we go. I will probably turn it into some sort of like gatehouse of its own. Oh, well, I can't see out there. That doesn't really work. Yeah, see, all kinds of things like that happen. That's the problem with trying to use the method of open the door, hit them, and then close it. It just doesn't really work too well. I'm going to get rid of her. Alright. Yeah, it just doesn't work too well. He just kept going. So I'll have to decide what I want to do with that. I'll probably upgrade the walls on the inside here, because these are just like the second level of wood or something like that to make that stronger. Probably throw some lighting in here or something. I haven't really decided. Or maybe I'll simply throw some kind of gatehouse thing here. I might just basically from either side of this door go all the way up to the metal trussing to the battlements there, then out to here and just create like a mini gatehouse kind of thing. I haven't decided yet. So but anyway, so the future, my next project as far as building, as far as crafting a base design is concerned, is I want to extend this wall here, this outer wall, all the way around. So I want to go from here out to probably here or so, and maybe farther and around. Now I will probably not follow the curvature of the house. I'll just probably keep it square, come all the way out, and then come back in here to line up with this. So then what that will probably do is I'll probably end up, I don't know if I'll keep the metal bars there where they meet or not. Excuse me. But then I will keep this wall. I'm not going to change that. Well, I'll put a door in, but I'm going to leave the wall there. That way if they break through either side, they don't have free range to the entire Bailey area. They have to break through to get to the other side too. So yeah, I'll probably leave that there. But well, that's the next building project, it's not my next biggest project. My next biggest project is actually going to be creating a workbench. Actually, you know what? Before I get to the workbench, I forgot I'd mentioned that hole in the roof. Let's go look at that. This is another project I want to complete, but it's not high priority. I want to make this a garden. As you can see, I've got a little bit there. Right now I'm just growing, I think it's a coffee bean. The rest are aloe vera. Because aloe vera is extremely useful for making bandages and everything. So I want to do something with that. But right now that's just so slow because each harvest gets me 2 aloe vera, and I can turn one into cream or whatever, which I use for making medicine and everything. But I need to use one of those to replant. So basically out of that entire harvest here, I'm going to get 6 usable aloe vera creams. Well, you know, I don't even know about that because I think it takes, I had to check what that is. I think aloe vera cream takes 4, so I get 1.5. I need to eat. Wrong button. Let's go eat. So I need to get, I think I get 1.5 cream. But anyway, so this stuff needs light, so I just broke open that. And I've been cleaning it up, neatening it up, because I'm just gonna, well, I was originally just going to make it like a giant chimney looking thing all the way to the roof, and then put like some metal trussing or something up there just so light can still get in, but so I'm not, you know, nothing else can get in there, like if a screamer somehow were able to crawl up there. Oh, that ran out of wood. It's not good. So I was going to do that, but then I realized it's simply not enough room. So I'll have to do something with that. I haven't decided exactly what yet. Again, it's not a high priority because I do have several med kits. Yeah, I've got all these. And I'm finding more all the time. So I'm not really in high demand for that, but I do want to make some progress on that because I don't want to wait until I'm in dire need of it to worry about making it. Man, I've got like nothing to eat. All right, I'm just gonna lose some wellness here and eat some sham sandwiches. I was gonna do something else. Yeah, I got food poisoning. So usually I can get away with eating like one of these without getting food poisoning, but after that... Is that a zombie? Yeah, losing wellness. Oh, might as well get full. Okay. Anyway, now that that's taken care of. Oh, another project, building project I want to complete is actually, other than just extending the wall all the way around, which extending the wall is the priority, or say as far as building project, it'd be the priority. But I also want to raise it. It does a decent job now, but it's not super effective. A 2-wall high is just not real great because the zombies pile up on each other and they tend to get over it, which is why I threw the barbed wire up. Well, the barbed wire looks really cool for one, but it's really cheap to make the barbed wire. So I could make that and it would hurt them a little bit and slow them down while they're getting through, and it'd give me a chance to shoot them. And as I showed in one of my Horde nights, it actually worked really, really well. But it has a problem. One is, I can't run yet because I'm food poisoned, is I can't put it over my doors because it says I'm running into it. So the spot which they're attacking most, which will be the doors, simply isn't guarded by it. However, I'm going to have these gatehouses and these turrets over it eventually, so that doesn't matter anyway. But so I want to raise it up at least one more block, maybe 2, and then put the barbed wire on top of that, and then do that all the way around the house. But first, I'm just mostly worried about getting it all the way around the house, and then I'll worry about some turrets, or throwing up that extra turret and raising the wall, making it a little bit taller. Anyway, my biggest project I want to complete next is simply creating a crafting bench, as I mentioned earlier, because I've got steel smithing. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah. Okay, so I've got steel smithing. However, you basically can't do anything with it. You can make forged steel, steel arrowheads, a spring, and mechanical parts, and that's all it gives you. But the forged steel is completely useless because the only things that take forged steel require crafting bench to make, including the mechanical parts. And I need to empty out my inventory, I think. Yeah, I do. Including the mechanical parts, I'll require the forged steel in the crafting bench or workbench to make, and I don't have that yet. So basically the only thing I can make with that steel smithing is steel arrowheads, which is useful, but I need other things, and I simply can't. So my technology right now is what's limiting me and holding me back. So I need to go and find some more mechanical parts so I can create that crafting bench. I'm gonna get rid of all of this crap. I don't need it. You know, I'm even gonna put my duster and everything in here, just because it takes up needless room. Let me put that in there. I don't think I'm gonna need my shovel. I'm not gonna take my hammer either. Just trying to free up room. I'm gonna do some scavenging for the rest of this video now that I've talked about what I want to do regarding the base, showing off what I have done, showing what I intend to do, and things like that. Yeah, now I want to talk about or do some scavenging, but I'm not gonna make it quite as boring. That's not what I want to do. And quite as boring as my last video where I did some scavenging and really nothing happened. So I'm going to basically not talk and just play, and then when I edit this I'll speed up those parts so it plays. You'll be able to watch what I'm doing, but it'll be at a much faster pace. And yeah, and then when I stop to say something or something happens, I can slow down the fight. Sorry, if I like stop to fight or something, I can slow it down. If it's just one or two zombies, it may not. But if anything like I'm talking or anything significant happens, I'll go ahead and stop the fast forward, and so you guys can watch and listen to me. But I'm trying to decide where I want to go. I was doing some running around out here. I haven't done too much exploring out this way. Like I've done a little bit around. I probably got that way, but I think I'm gonna head out here because I haven't even finished this corner of this town. In fact, on the way I'll probably hit up this little zone here I haven't explored at all. So yeah, so I'll do that. So anyway, I'll stop talking now and I'll just start. Keep doing that. Wrong button. And I'll stop talking, and if anything happens, I'll slow down. So I guess enjoy. Alright, hey guys, sweet. So I just wanted to mention this. I finally got this sledgehammer, so I'm really excited to use that. I'm getting a bunch of schematics here. Most of them I have already. But, exploded crossbow bolt. Alright, that's going to be really useful. I already had that. Anyway, yeah, I've been waiting on that sledgehammer. I've been using blunt weapons. I mean, I end up usually using mostly ranged weapons because, let's be honest, that makes a lot more sense. But I've been really wanting to use blunt weapon stuff more this Let's Play, because normally when I play this game I use bladed weapons. And I've been waiting on that sledgehammer, but I finally got that, so I'm definitely going to be making that and using that, so you'll probably see that in some future videos, if you don't end up seeing it in this video. But anyway, yeah, I just want to say that, so I'm going to get back to letting you guys just watch. All right, hey guys, back in. I just got this wrench. Is something I've really been waiting on, so I'm really glad I got this. I'm actually gonna move my blunderbuss because one of the best ways to get these mechanical parts is by deconstructing cars with it, and you can get them by searching cars, and you can get them by breaking cars down with like a pickaxe, but it's very rare you get them that way. So deconstructing them with this wrench is much more likely to get me what I want. So hopefully this wrench will get me a little bit closer to getting that workbench. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to fast forward, so enjoy. Alright guys, so I'm back at my base. My pocket's full and I was really close, so I decided that was just probably a good time just to come back and empty out my pockets. And start smelting some of that stuff. I got a little bit of everything. I got one mechanical part and that was it, unfortunately. I was thought about scrapping this revolver cylinder, but I don't know that I have any. Yeah, it doesn't look like it, so I didn't really want to risk doing that. So I'll put that there. Got some ammo though, that's always great. I think it's about, I usually make separate runs for scrapping out cars with the wrench, simply because the amount of stuff it gives you is just insane. You get so much leather and cloth and just random items. It's difficult to manage all of that stuff while at the same time managing. I'm gonna get rid of this. Give myself some room. It's difficult to do all that while at the same time managing inventory space for just other random items you're looting. So I usually don't do those at the same time. Put this gunpowder up. Is that lead done? Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna throw this brass in here. Usually, depending on how much inventory is left in my pocket, I usually end up scrapping like anything I find that's lead or I don't want that in here. Anything that's lead or anything really. I usually end up just scrapping lead or brass, simply because it takes up too much room in my pocket if I try to carry everything. The exception of these these tokens, because I think those are currency. Again, I've never actually used the trader, but I think they're currency for the trader. Let's see if I've got any room. This blood pack, yeah. Put some. I don't know. Okay, they stack pretty high. I wasn't sure how many of those stacks. I try not to carry too many of them on me. What's my hunger at right now? 88%. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this then. Yeah. All right, let me go ahead and put this iron in here. Start scrapping that. Oh, and I got this extra bandage on me. I really don't need. Just taking up room. Get rid of this paper. I probably can stop collecting paper. I've got quite a bit of it. I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a new fire axe, just because I don't want to get out there and break my axe break. So I think it takes 20. Alright, so this is going pretty well. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this blunderbuss and its ammo off me too. Then I'll clear up 2 more spots in my inventory. I am going to keep this can of food just so I have something to eat. And I'm going to keep these painkillers as well. All that stuff for health. Ammo. I probably don't need the knife. I'm going to take it off me too. Just because it'll free up another spot. And I've got all these other things I can use as weapons. Let's go ahead and throw this wood in here. Alright, so I haven't got a ton of exploring done actually. In fact, I still haven't really hit that spot any. So I'm still gonna move through that, but there were some houses and stuff right around here that I hadn't hit, so I went through those. But yeah, I'll walk that area and check this area out. Then I'll probably continue heading out here, see if the city extends out anymore or not. And I might start mostly deconstructing cars to get some of those mechanical parts, because I need 25 of them, and I think I've got 4. I've got 4 of them, so yeah, I really need to work on that. Got a lot of random items in here. Oh, that wasn't even... Those are electrical parts. I didn't get any mechanical. I thought I got mechanical parts. I got electrical parts. Okay. I don't care to have that in there. Alright. Alright, got this back. Oh, I shouldn't have put all that wood in here. I need some of that back. Go ahead and craft another one of those. And throw the rest of that wood back in here. Okay, so I'm going to head back out there, and I'm going to stop talking again. Nice, so I just got another wrench. That'll be really useful. Yeah, as you were watching, you probably noticed I was like looking around a lot because I was trying to figure out where those zombies were. Because it's one of the big problems with this game. That's probably one of my biggest complaints, is that it simply is the sound placement is pretty bad. You hear like a zombie, and it doesn't have any sense of direction. It's just, or even sense of number for that matter. You'll hear like, it'll be just kind of like walking. You'll hear just tons of footsteps. And it sounds like multiple zombies, and you'll even get like 3 or 4 different like sound effects, like voice sound effects. I don't really want to say voices because they're not talking, but you'll get several voice sound effects and like groans and stuff, and even at the same time, and so it sounds like there's multiple. You never can figure out quite how many there are. So spiked club. Let's go ahead and scrap that. Anyway, you can't ever figure out how many there are or where they are, and it's just, so I was trying to be cautious. That's why I tucked myself into the corner there while breaking into that safe, so I could just be careful and I could see anything that might come through the door. Wow, that's a really good receiver. Definitely taking that. I'm not gonna mess with the jar. Alright, so it's really hard to determine my time limit here because I try to film for about 45 minutes and I might go over a little bit, a little under sometimes. Especially since certain parts get edited out and things like that. It's a little bit easier in 7 Days to Die since I don't have to edit out loading screens, so I don't have to worry about that, you know, minute or so here or there that I'll be cutting out. But there's still some editing I do. However, this one's going to be kind of difficult to determine simply because I'm going to be fast forwarding a lot of it. So I'm going to play about an hour, or at least that was the plan. And hopefully by the time I've sped certain things up and cut certain pieces out, I'll be at about 45 minutes, give or take. And I've got about 3 minutes until I've been filming an hour. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of do some closing remarks here while I'm still doing a little bit of scavenging. So I did manage to get, doesn't look like any mechanical parts yet, but I got 3 wrenches, which is really good. I think I've discovered the edge of the city here, it looks like. So I kind of know the limits here. I'll have to explore out farther. It'd be really nice if I had a mini bike to help with that though, just to make things faster. But even more than making things faster, it's really helpful because I get that basket on it, which adds extra storage. But yeah, anyway, I'll probably do some exploring further out. Go ahead and scrap out some of these things. See, I keep getting these electrical parts, but I can't get any mechanical parts. A lot of these things, like, I've got a ton of pistol parts, so I've been scrapping out a lot of them, at least if they're lower end. I don't really get any mechanical parts from something at car at that stage. There's like 3 stages to it. There's like the full built, the damaged, and like just the frame. So I haven't really done too much exploring farther out because I've been mostly building. But I plan to, and hopefully it'll definitely get a lot easier to do if I have a mini bike. But really, even more than a mini bike, I'm just wanting the mechanical parts so I can get this workbench, so I can make, because then I can make my things like vault doors and really beef up the security of my base by changing out the scrap iron doors and the hard metal doors to vault doors, at least some of them. I'll make the outside ones the vault doors because they're the toughest, but I usually make the inside door a just hard metal door because it's got decent health, but it's fast to open and close. So like, if they do break through and I happen to be in the center or I'm trying to run in, because the vault door is closing so slow, 1 or 2 might get in, then I can close the second one real fast and they won't get into my base. So that's the idea, but I like having that extra health that the vault door offers. Oh wow. Alright, yeah, I'll take these 2. Oh, I'm out of space. Alright, well I can scrap that fire iron, scrap that for brass, scrap that fire iron. And actually I can also go ahead and just eat these, because I'll probably need it. Yeah. And I'll go ahead and eat this too, and then I'll scrap out both those cans. Scrap both those. But anyway, yeah, so if I do videos where I'm doing scavenging, I'll probably continue to do it this way. It really all depends on how well it works out when I actually get to editing it. I've never edited something really where I'm doing a whole lot of like fast forwarding. Actually, I'll probably take that moldy bread. So I'll try that, see how that goes, and see if it works. And if it does, then I'll definitely do more scavenging videos because they'll be a little more entertaining. I can get a lot more scavenging done. Because even if from the beginning of the video I start scavenging, I don't get a whole lot done. The last one was so bad. Normally they're not that bad, but that one was so bad because I didn't really have a plan on exactly what I was doing or where I was going or anything. I was just kind of doing it. This one I had a little bit more of a plan, but yeah, doing the whole speeding up thing I think is going to work best. And so I'll just have to see where that takes me and exactly how well this goes. But if it goes well, then it will definitely continue doing that. All right. hear... Oh, they're probably inside the thing there. Alright, so, I need to figure out how I'm going to do some of this stuff. Okay, I can get rid of the wood. Get rid of the cloth. Spring. Okay, I want to take this spring because I can scrap that. Spring. Brass car radiator. I can scrap all that. Oh, wrong button. Scrap all that too. Cloth. Spring. Alright. I just want to make sure none of that was mechanical parts. Oh, it's... Oh, mechanical parts. Yeah, see, good thing I checked. Short iron pipe. Alright, I keep hitting pause. Scrap that too. Alright. So, I'm just going to go ahead and take a gander real quick down here. Actually, I'm going to look at my map. My inventory is pretty much full anyway, so I can't do a whole lot more looting. I'm going to kind of check this corner out here. Just basically run through here, see what's happening, see if this is the end. I think it is. I'm almost positive it is. But I'll just double check that. Yeah, it looks now, but there is a road heading down. That's a pretty big road, so that might lead to another town. I'll just have to do some exploring one day. It's hard because if I do some exploring, I find stuff and I start scavenging. I mean, it's such a... I can't carry very much because it's just my pocket, and it's such a long trek back that it takes forever, you know. Like out here where I'm doing it now isn't a big deal because my pocket's full and then I run back. I'm not too far, but when I have to run that far, then yeah, it's pretty bad. It takes forever. All right, so I've already gone through there. Honestly, I was unimpressed. There really wasn't much in there. Considering everything's made of concrete and iron, I was hoping there'd be something good in there, but there wasn't. Blue's always good. Okay, I'll go ahead and break this down, check out this house, and I'll probably end the video there. But then again, I said that, I don't know, I said that like 6 minutes ago, so we'll see what exactly happens. Kind of walk around here as I'm doing things, just so if it drops out of my pocket, it's not all one pile, it makes it easier to find. Although I have mechanical parts in my pocket and they stack, so should I find anything else? Mostly it's just gas. I think I'd scrap some stuff in here. I really don't have anything. Right. Well, I don't want the cloth. Short iron pipe. Gas. Don't really care. Like, if I can, I'll pick up the gas. Because I'll need it at some point when I get the mini bike. But if I don't, I'm not gonna be heartbroken. Just because I can get it anywhere. I also like having the gas because I can turn it into gas barrels, which are really useful for traps. Like I just shoot them and they'll explode. Alright, so let me check out this building. Oh, looks like I've already been in here. Yeah, okay. Alright, so, whoa, what was that? So I'm gonna go ahead and head back to my base. Ooh, bird nest. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to base. That was messy. Alright, that is food store. I don't think I've been in here. No, I have not. Alright, so I'll probably do that off camera. Do this place off camera. I'm just kind of scouting, seeing what I haven't scavenged through yet. Alright, there's several cars over here. I was trying to leave the cars mostly intact because I didn't want to break them down with my pickaxe. I want to use a wrench. Ooh, car filter. I know that can be used in mines, so I want to keep that. I feel like I'm always needing glue and going through it really fast, so I don't want to get rid of that. Here, I don't need one lead. It's not really worth carrying around. Okay, there's a barn there. Pretty sure this is a police station. That was a skate park I went through. Which the only thing, if I remember correctly, the only thing useful in that skate park, because there seemed to be tons and tons of, oh sweet, why did I kill him? Remember correctly, there was just tons and tons of those, tokens. These tokens here. Alright, I probably get rid of this bottled water, I don't really need that. Want the ammo. You know, I could have done with that bottle of water. Put it in there with the stack it with this one. I get rid of the oil. I don't really care for that. The other thing if I remember, the only thing oil is really used for is repair kits, and the repair kits are only useful for firearms. I was hoping I could use them on my wrenches because I've got a wrench I wanted to use it on, but it wouldn't work. So that's why I don't know if you saw one. It was in one of my chests. There was probably not because it was full, but there was a wrench that was completely broken. I'm just hoping, because it requires a wrench to make the crafting bench, and it didn't specify that the wrench had to have health left, so I'm thinking I'll keep that there. So worst case scenario, or hopefully that works, but worst case scenario, I'll just use another wrench like this. Well, I don't have it on me anymore. Yeah, I do. This one here with 88 health on it, I'll just use some crappy one like that. Anyway, this was episode 7, maybe 8. And I appreciate you coming out here. If you guys like the whole, fast forwarding through the scavenging thing so you guys get to see it, but you don't have to actually, sit there and be bored to death over me just kind of running around, because it's not taking forever, or nothing getting done while I'm doing it, let me know. I probably will take a little bit more editing on my part, but not too much. And it actually helps, but it does actually help me out because I don't have to mess with finding something to say through all of it. Yeah, this is pistol farm's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna just go ahead and scrap that one. I don't even know why I have that. Sounds like my stuff is being attacked outside, so I probably won't stick around too long. And I need to end the video anyway. It's full too. Hopefully those spikes will just kill them. Usually they do. Mechanical parts. I got a shotgun. I gotta make another chest or something. I got so many of those, I don't even need it. Grab this out. I think I got coal in my other chest, so I'll put that in there. Drop that too. Feathers, egg. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I don't want that in there either. No, anyway, I've been trying to end this for like 15 minutes, I feel like. So, yeah, I'll catch you in the next episode.